with the outside world. Yesterday I switched on the TV, and they were broadcasting an emergency signal together with an irritating buzz. Also, those cowards in Ottawa are hiding. The radio isn't working either. We can't hear anything. Well, I lied. The local station is working, but they keep putting music on all day long. Nobody speaks, nobody tells us anything, there is a heavy silence. Okay. April 20th. I haven't written anything for quite some time. Our town was overrun, I fought with Ben and the other men, but our barricades were useless and there was no stopping them. When I got back to the house, Shannon and Lydia had gone just like everyone else. There had been a mass exodus from the town of Hope. Parker and I followed, and since then we haven't separated even to answer the call of nature. We walked through the forest, fleeing the catastrophe, channeling over remorse, until we reached Vancouver. We thought that in a big city things would be better, that we'd find our people. How naive we were. Vancouver is unrecognizable. There is no food, no fuel, no hope. We ran away, taking shelter like animals, barely sleeping. There are hundreds of those things everywhere. Shadows. That's what we've called them. Oh, that's what they've called them since it started. Shadows that live in the darkness, that once had a human form, but once belonged to men. Shadows of a life that has ended. Their sinister wails torment us night after night. I think of Shannon and Lydia every second. They are out there somewhere, frightened and on the run. Talk about looking for a needle in a haystack. I miss them so much. April 30th. Today Parker and I discovered a group of survivors. They had been hiding since the city collapsed more than a month ago, like in Hope. They no longer have water and food, they are scared, they drift around the city suburbs, and for a moment they were about to kill Ben and me. The group is composed of 2 adult males and 2 women. They are armed. One of the men is a cop, but he is very old. The other seems like he never shot a gun in his life. He looks like a university professor. Redhead, skinny, cannon fodder. The women are twins, young. They are a reflection of each other. It seems that they are not related to the men, but I don't know why the men have been protecting them for such a long time. The old man says that he heard a message on the radio from a crashed police car. The message talks about a city on the other side of the border. He wants us to go to the south. He already talked about us as if we were a group. He says. We must help each other, he says. Ben thinks that it's the best to all go together, a group, a herd. Tomorrow we'll head for Seattle. There's talk of a safe point, a migration. Shannon, Lydia, they're somewhere on that road. More pages missing. May 14th. Surviving is not child's play, particularly when darkness falls. Nights repeat themselves and our travels never begin. We travel slowly, stealing fuel from abandoned cars. Sometimes we come across the shadows, other times we must confront them. You must shoot them in the head, that's all. This is the only vice that God gives us to survive his apocalypse of the dead that wake up and walk. But if it is true that they are not alive, why do they need to feed on us? Now the nightmare doesn't end at sunrise. We woke up at dawn in an abandoned barn next to the survivor group from Seattle, together with Ben. The twins were not sleeping this time. No, instead they were screaming outside. The university professor was outside for his watch. The university professor had been attacked while he was watching over us. A bite on his arm, he was bleeding. We had to clean up the area. Later the redhead guy, the damn university professor, bled to death in front of us and he stopped breathing. We all knew what was going to happen next, every single one of us. I had to sacrifice him. June 7th. Lydia, Shannon, names that I can't forget. My head is divided into thousands of fragments, little pieces of smashed crystal, ground sugar, interrupted words, a puzzle that I can't solve anymore. There is no future, there are no days without any tomorrows. When I was younger, I could remember everything, things that happened and things that did not happen. Now I have to look through these pages if I want to find my memory. We can see the city from far away, and everything we heard about it seems true. Seattle is a ghost city. You'll never find a place that's nice and peaceful because there isn't any. It didn't exist before, and even less so now. You can deceive yourself like this professor. You may think there is, but once you get there, when you're not looking, somebody will sneak up and write fuck you right under your nose. And there you go. All of the pages have been read. Good stuff. Right, now the game can begin. Alright, yeah. Let's go! Boom, boom! Alright, good stuff. Well, that's probably the most reading there'll be in the game. Oh, wait, yeah.
The wood is rotten and the planks are weakened.
Which means break through them! My goodness, there's zombies everywhere! Oh, shadows. Calling them shadows is actually quite cool.
Point must be the last stronghold in all the Pacific Northwest. Anybody alive must be trying to reach it.
Probably. But yeah, it's about 16 Also minutes of reading, but it's no different than a dream from Lost Odyssey, so I don't really mind. Hey, there we go. And we got another page. July 4th. One of the girls died today. Young Carla died in an abandoned warehouse, and I no longer feel anything for her. I don't even feel a tiny bit of grief. Oh, I don't feel even a tiny bit. Grief is something that disappears with death. More than 4 months have already gone by since the start of this bloody disease that has destroyed our little world. Everything that we knew in the world is gone. 4 months that changed the rules of nature and human beings. Also 4 months without my wife and daughter. It's hard to keep on going when 4 months seem like 4 years. Harder still to keep hope alive. Doing my best to find them in the only place they could be. Today, even the young people die, and the thing that still puzzles me the most is that some keep living, or whatever they call the condition they are in. We are survivors of a fading world. Will we, sometimes I doubt and wonder, are we alive or are we also dead? 2 days have passed since we entered Seattle looking for our last chance. It's the 4th of July today, a special day for Americans. Independence Day, they say. The birthday of the nation. How stupid to think about births. Nobody will celebrate anything today. Go! Oh my god, that was close. Yeah, I can move that, and I push it onto the planks, and then it goes down, and then we can have a fun time. The idea of a stranger, his name is RT Chase. Nice. Oh yeah. Get rid of the zombies too. Whee! Bye! Ya fuckers. Are you serious? Oh dear. Ah! See ya, sucker. There are more zombies. Ain't no lie. Right, I think the only way I go is this way. Up. Oh, that happens too much. It sucks. Go, go, go! Woo! That just doing that works wonders. Come on, trip over, you fuck. Nice and squished. But I do like calling zombies shadows. I don't know why, it just sounds much better than calling them zombies. I think so anyway. But I really like this game. It's I think it's classed as 2.5D because it's, well, it is 2.5D. It's side-scroller, but it's got depth, which is what I think makes the 0.5. But it's quite a hard game. It's kind of like Limbo, I guess, except you have health. So not everything is a one-hit kill like it is in Limbo, which is quite nice. But there are still things in this game that can be rather difficult, or hard to follow, I guess. Ah, crap. I jumped way too early. That will happen a few times. As in, like, well, when I say a few, I mean quite a lot. Just missing jumps, or being an idiot. I jumped way too early. There you go. That's why, because I jumped literally a full step back.
Made it out.
Oh yeah, they're in the camper van.
Better than this world.
There you go. That's them. Bye. Yeah, this is where we learn something quite useful. Because this game does not promote... Well, not promote. I don't know what the word is. It doesn't recommend fighting. So essentially... Well, not essentially. For the most part, you won't be fighting the enemy. Or the shadows. Because they will rip you a new one. Literally. You only have 3 hits in you. And if you get grabbed by one zombie and then another zombie makes his way towards you, then you're probably gonna die because their hits stack on you, which does kind of suck.
It says here the highway is at the end of this tunnel. It's a straight shot to the safe point. Shannon and Lydia might even be there by now.
Okay. The end of the tunnel. Ben, Stella and Sam managed to escape in that van that brought us to Seattle. It looks like I'll have to travel on my own to the save point. This maintenance tunnel should take me to the highway that will guide me into the city. Cool. And I think, yeah, if I just jump, I can get into here, which leads to a secret of somebody's like random ass game console. There you go. Was that like a zombie that walked by my screen? It looked like it. A page torn from a book, there's a poem written. Through me the way into the suffering city, through me the way to eternal pain. To the eternal pain, through me the way that ruins among the lost. The way that runs among the lost. My bad. Randall cannot swim, avoid deep waters. That's kind of a stupid thing with this game. If you land in deep water like that, you die instantly. Although if that was really the case, you wouldn't die straight away. you'd flail about for a bit, and then you'd drown. Don't know, it's as soon as you touch deep water, you die instantly. It kinda sucks. And there is actually there is actually things in the game that allow you to extend, like, your... Wow, I can just walk under the water if it's being lowered. Yeah, you can extend your health and your stamina. I don't like this. We're in water, they were sat in the water for so long, and now they're chasing after me, which is great. Although you can't move any quicker in water. But we're good. So it doesn't even matter. Now get me out of here. Thank you. Oh god, that was close. Oh yeah, there are zombies right behind me. We made it. Interstate 5. And now we have Welcome to Seattle. This is what's left of our world. A dying oasis. No more water, no more life. The war between man and shadows. Devastation. The interstate is full of the abandoned vehicles that were trying to escape the city. The shortcut to the save point can be found on the other side of the road. Okay.
Into the map. I should cross this highway to get closer to the save point.
Okay. Now there's an ID down here. I just remember this from playing. The ID of a stranger. His name is Arthur L. Allen. Oh wait, can I not do that? Yeah. There we go. Yay! Yeah, look at all these. And if you look there, there's a zombie. Or shadow. Trying to get out. Poor guy. But he's stuck. So he can't get out. There you go. Deadlight. Director's cut. The difference between...
This is it.
Oop.
This is what's left of our world now. These are the leftovers of the war between men and shadows. A snapshot of what we become. Bloody hell on Earth.
Yeah, the difference between Deadlight and the Director's Cut is minimal. This adds a survival game mode, and a few additional achievements, but the main story is not changed at all. They just literally added a survival mode and stuff. Another one of those damned government pamphlets. Quarantine, all the warnings in the world couldn't save them. Oh. I'm not really bothered because, for me, personally, I didn't have Deadlight, so it didn't really make a big difference to me. Can I not? I know there's a zombie. There you go. Don't believe there's anything down here. I could do that though. Yeah, there's a zombie in this shack. Surprise! My goodness! If I do this, will it work? Yes, because they are idiots. Perfect. Now we don't need to worry about him. A cutting of the Seattle Reporter, February 21st, 1986. Caution, the Soviet Union in orbit. Talks about this space station that the Ruskies just launched into space. Cool. And that's a first aid kit. I find these once in a while. Thankfully I'm fine and don't need this. Push. We are out of Seattle. Sal's Junkyard. Outskirts. I'm struggling to survive encounters with these shadows. I'm lucky to be alive. But deep inside of me, I feel dread. Where are my girls? My wife Shannon, my daughter Lydia? Will I ever see them again? I've got to find my friends and my girls. I've got to. Okay. This is where we get a weapon.
I found a firefighter's axe.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, B to swing the axe. They make it sound as if there's zombies over here, but there ain't. There's nobody here. Very weird. Yep. Oh yeah, this is where we find out how to fight.
No time to waste.
That's a bad idea. Bad idea. Jesus. I generally don't like fighting because it's